Have you ever quietly asked yourself, is there a better way to grow older than moving into a nursing home? If you're between 60 and 85, you're not alone. Just the idea of entering a nursing home can stir up a mix of emotions: loss of control, fear of isolation, and a sense that life is winding down before you're ready. But here's something you might not have heard often enough. Nursing homes are no longer the only path forward. In fact, millions of older adults are rewriting what aging looks like. They're choosing ways to live that feel safer, more empowering, and far more in tune with who they are. In this video, we're going to explore 7 real alternatives to nursing homes, options that go beyond old stereotypes and reflect the modern reality of senior life. These are not just ideas, they're active lifestyles that thousands of seniors are embracing right now. Some of these options are familiar, others might surprise you, but every single one is centered around one important idea: living with dignity and choice. Whether you're planning for your own future or looking out for a parent or loved one, these alternatives could completely change the way you think about aging. Because this stage of life isn't about retreating, it's about finding the freedom to live how you want, where you want, and with the support that helps you thrive. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We share clear, practical, and empowering videos just like this, because you deserve to age with options. And today, that journey starts here. Number 1. Staying in your own home with the right help. For many older adults, the most powerful and comforting choice isn't to move somewhere new. It's to stay exactly where they are, in the home that holds their memories, their routines, and their identity. And thanks to the growing world of in-home care, this is not only possible, it's increasingly popular. Now, let's be clear, this isn't about giving up independence, it's about preserving it. In-home care is designed to support your lifestyle, not replace it. You're still the one in charge. The help is there simply to make daily life easier, whether that means someone coming by to cook meals, tidy up the house, run errands, or offer a steady hand when it's time for a shower or medication. And here's the beauty of it: you get to keep your familiar surroundings, your own bed, your favorite coffee mug, the way the light pours into your kitchen at 9 a.m. These small details matter. They ground you. They preserve your sense of self. And they have a bigger impact than most people realize. In fact, research shows that older adults who age in place tend to experience sharper mental function and fewer signs of depression than those who relocate to facilities. Let's look at someone like George, 81. A retired mechanic with arthritis in his hands, he started forgetting small things: when to take his pills, whether he'd turned off the stove. His daughter worried, but George didn't want to leave his house. So she arranged for a caregiver to stop by 4 mornings a week. Now, George has help organizing his meds, a hot lunch ready by noon, and someone to chat with while he works on his model airplanes. He's still living life on his terms, but with the safety net that keeps him thriving. And that's the real strength of in-home care. It grows with you. You might start with 1 or 2 weekly visits, and then add more support as your needs evolve. There's no rigid schedule, no institutional rules. Just your life made easier. For many seniors, this isn't just a lifestyle choice, it's a life-affirming one. Staying home with a bit of help means keeping control, preserving dignity, and holding on to the little things that make every day feel like your own. Number 2, living with family, in a way that works for everyone. More and more seniors are discovering that moving in with family doesn't have to mean giving up independence or becoming a burden. In fact, when it's done intentionally, it can become one of the most enriching, mutually supportive choices you'll ever make. This isn't about moving into your adult child's spare room and feeling out of place. It's about crafting a living arrangement that respects everyone's needs, yours, your children's, and even your grandchildren's. When the setup is thoughtful, clear, and compassionate, it creates a powerful bond between generations. You gain daily companionship, connection, and purpose, and your family gains the wisdom, warmth, and stability that only you can bring. You're not just there to be helped, you're part of the team. Whether it's helping with school pickups, sharing family traditions, or simply being there for a chat in the evening, your presence matters. And research supports this. Seniors in multi-generational homes often report higher emotional well-being, a deeper sense of purpose, and less loneliness. But here's the important part: boundaries matter. The best arrangements are those where space is respected and everyone communicates openly. That might mean having your own entrance, a private suite, or a dedicated routine. The goal is to blend closeness with autonomy, to stay connected without losing your freedom. Let's take the story of Anita, 79. After her husband passed, she moved into a finished basement apartment in her son's home. She has her own kitchenette, her own garden patio, and complete privacy. But she also eats dinner upstairs a few nights a week, helps her granddaughter with homework, and shares laughs over morning coffee. She says, "I feel useful again, I feel loved, and I still feel like me." There's also a practical side. Sharing a household can ease the financial load for both generations, lower utility bills, shared groceries, and even potential caregiver tax deductions. But beyond the savings, there's something even more valuable: peace of mind. Knowing that if you have a bad fall or just a bad day, help is just a flight of stairs away. If this video resonates with you, drop a number 2 in the comments so we know you're still here. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because this is just one of many powerful alternatives to nursing homes that we'll be exploring together. Number 3, aging in place, with a smarter, safer home designed around you. For many older adults today, the goal isn't just to stay home, it's to stay independent. And one of the most empowering ways to do that is through smart home modifications that help you live confidently, safely, and comfortably without needing to move into a facility. This isn't about clinging to the past or resisting help. It's about adapting your environment so it supports your freedom instead of challenging it. More and more seniors are upgrading their homes with features like stair lifts, walk-in showers, wider doorways, grab bars, and anti-slip flooring. These changes aren't signs of decline, they're signs of foresight. Even simple additions like motion-activated lights in the hallway, lever-style door handles, or a chair-height toilet can make a huge difference in your daily ease. And when you pair these modifications with today's smart technologies, like video doorbells, voice-controlled assistants, fall detection devices, and automated medication reminders, you create a living space that responds to your needs, even before you ask. This isn't science fiction. It's real, accessible, and increasingly affordable. Technology once reserved for high-end homes is now helping thousands of older adults maintain their routines, stay connected, and avoid the common injuries that lead to hospital stays or institutional care. But beyond the gadgets and grab bars, there's something more valuable at stake: your identity. Aging in place means staying surrounded by the memories, smells, sounds, and routines that give you peace. You keep sleeping in your own bed. You still hear the wind through your favorite window. That continuity can help protect mental health, reduce anxiety, and even sharpen memory. Linda, 79, learned this firsthand. After a minor fall, she decided to install a walk-in tub, non-slip floors, and voice-activated lights. At first, she felt embarrassed, like making those changes meant admitting defeat. But a month later, she told her daughter something powerful: "I finally feel like I run this house again." That's the heart of it: control, dignity, familiarity. Aging in place with the right modifications isn't about avoiding change. It's about embracing it smartly so your home grows with you, not away from you. And if you're someone supporting an aging parent, helping them make these changes is one of the deepest acts of love you can offer. It says, "I see you. I believe in your strength, and I want you to keep living the life you choose." Ready for the next option? Let's move forward. Number 4, multi-generational living with boundaries that build respect, not resentment. For many families today, the idea of living under one roof across generations isn't just a fallback plan, it's a deliberate, thoughtful choice. But here's the key. It only works when everyone's dignity is protected. This isn't about a senior giving up independence or becoming the built-in babysitter or silent guest in the background. It's about partnership, structure, and shared purpose. When done well, multi-generational living can strengthen bonds, create emotional safety nets, and reduce feelings of isolation, especially in older adults. There's something deeply comforting about hearing the laughter of grandchildren down the hall or sitting down to a shared meal at the end of the day. But none of that works without boundaries. Clear, kind, consistent boundaries. The most successful families begin with a conversation, not just about logistics, like who pays for groceries or watches the kids, but about space, privacy, and respect. What rooms are shared? Which ones are sacred? What kind of quiet time does each person need? And how will everyone handle conflict if it arises? This isn't just a living arrangement, it's a living agreement. And it can be beautiful. Take Josephine, 85. After a mild stroke, she moved in with her son and his wife, not into their spare room, but into a converted studio in the backyard. She has her own entrance, her own routines, and even her own garden. But she's just a few steps away when her granddaughter wants help with homework or her daughter-in-law wants to swap soup recipes. Josephine says she's never felt more connected or more respected. And that's what makes this model work. When elders are treated not as dependents but as contributors, when their wisdom is welcomed and their autonomy is honored. Of course, it takes effort, patience, the willingness to adapt, but it's a far cry from the sterile hallways of an institution. It's filled with laughter, shared burdens, and the comfort of family rhythms. It's not about going back in time. It's about building something new, something rooted in love but guided by modern understanding. And if you're still here watching and reflecting on these ideas, let me know by commenting number 4 below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, now's a great time. We're here to bring you more ways to age with dignity, wisdom, and options that truly fit your life. Now, ready for the next path forward? Let's keep going. Number 5. Independent living communities, with freedom, connection, and just the right amount of support. If you think the only choices are staying home alone or entering a full-time care facility, think again. There's a beautiful middle ground that's quietly transforming how seniors live today. Independent living communities with on-demand support. These aren't institutions. They're vibrant, senior-designed spaces that blend independence with comfort and autonomy with peace of mind. You still live in your own apartment, townhouse, or cottage. You still run your day, make your meals if you want to, and set your own schedule. But here's the difference. You're surrounded by people who understand this season of life. And if you do need a little help, whether it's a ride to the doctor, a delivered meal, or a quick visit from a nurse, it's all there, just a call away. You're not being micromanaged. You're being respected. And let's not overlook one of the biggest benefits, community. Loneliness is a quiet epidemic in older age. It doesn't make headlines, but it steals energy, weakens immunity, and slowly chips away at the joy of daily life. These communities offer something powerful in return: friendships, shared activities, gentle conversation over breakfast, or spontaneous laughter at a movie night. What makes them work so well is that they're customizable. You want privacy? You've got it. You want engagement? It's waiting for you. From wellness-focused centers with yoga and gardens to art-filled spaces with painting classes and music rooms, many communities are tailored to your passions, not just your age. Take someone like Alina, 80. After her husband passed, her big house started feeling too quiet and heavy. Her daughter encouraged her to try an independent community not far from town. At first, she was hesitant. But just weeks after moving in, she was part of a morning walking group, had joined a book club, and started hosting her neighbors for tea. "I thought I was downsizing," she said, "but I actually expanded my life." That's the heart of this option. It's not about giving up control, it's about building a lifestyle that matches your needs and your desires. The freedom to say yes or no, the reassurance of help if you need it, and the richness of connection when you want it. Independent living communities are not a last resort. For many, they're a first-class ticket to a more fulfilling, secure, and joy-filled life. So if you're wondering what comes next, maybe this isn't just an option, it's an opportunity. Ready for the next idea? Let's keep going. Number 6, aging in place with smart home technology. There's something deeply personal about staying in the home you've built your life around. Maybe it's the way the sunlight hits the kitchen in the morning, or how the hallway still echoes with the laughter of children long grown. For many older adults, that familiarity isn't just comforting, it's grounding. But for years, staying home came with real risks. A simple fall could mean hours without help. A missed pill could trigger a health spiral. And the fear of what if hung heavy in the air. But today, that's changing dramatically. Thanks to smart home technology, aging in place is no longer about pushing limits. It's about expanding them safely, confidently, and with dignity. And no, you don't have to be a tech expert or have a giant budget to make it work. Let's start with safety. New motion sensors can detect a fall without needing you to press anything. No clunky lanyards, no beeping alarms. These devices blend right into the home, monitoring gently in the background and alerting loved ones instantly if something goes wrong. It's silent support that doesn't interfere with your independence. Then there's medication. Smart pill dispensers now alert you when it's time to take your medicine and only release the correct dosage. Some even notify family members if a dose is missed, creating a support system without nagging or hovering. You remain in control, but with backup just in case. And what about everyday tasks? Imagine your bathroom lights turning on automatically as you walk in at 2 a.m., no fumbling in the dark. Or a smart thermostat keeping your home at the perfect temperature year-round. Some fridges now even track expiration dates, gently nudging you when food's close to spoiling. These aren't futuristic gimmicks. They're quiet tools that make daily life safer, easier, and more comfortable. Take Arthur, 82. After his hip surgery, his daughter worried about him living alone. But instead of relocating him, they installed a simple smart home system, voice commands, automated lighting, and a fall detection setup. Now Arthur plays his favorite music, gets reminders to stretch, and calls his grandkids, all by speaking into the air. He told me, "I don't feel old, I feel in charge." That's the point. Technology isn't replacing human care, it's reinforcing self-reliance. It's not about watching you, it's about watching out for you. So if you've ever worried that staying home might one day mean sacrificing safety, think again. The future is here, and it's designed to help you stay right where you belong. Let's keep going. Number 7, intergenerational living communities. There's a quiet but powerful shift happening in how older adults are choosing to live, and it has nothing to do with bingo nights or long, sterile hallways. It's about something deeper, something more human. It's about connection. Across the world, seniors are moving into intergenerational living communities, vibrant neighborhoods where people of all ages live, interact, and grow together. Instead of buildings segregated by age, these spaces bring together retirees, young professionals, students, and families, side by side, not to create dependency, but to foster purpose and belonging. These communities are designed for real life, not retirement. Picture this. You live next door to a young teacher who helps you set up your TV, while you share your famous stew recipe and a few words of wisdom about surviving hard times. Down the street, a single mom is teaching her toddler to ride a bike, and you're the one cheering him on. A college student swings by once a week to show you how to use your tablet, and you help her find calm during stressful finals with a listening ear and a gentle laugh. This isn't charity, it's exchange, mutual respect, and it works. Take Geraldine, 77. After losing her partner, she didn't want to be alone but also didn't want to be surrounded only by people her age. So she moved into an intergenerational community outside Denver. She now leads a morning walking group, hosts Sunday dinners, and has a standing movie night with a group of young neighbors. "It's like I became part of a living, breathing village," she says. "I'm not invisible here, I'm woven in." These neighborhoods often include communal gardens, co-working spaces, learning hubs, and community kitchens. They're built to invite conversation, collaboration, and connection. And studies back it up. Older adults in intergenerational environments experience reduced loneliness, sharper cognitive function, and even lower blood pressure. For the younger folks, they gain patience, empathy, and something that's hard to teach in any classroom: perspective. What makes this option so special is that it doesn't see aging as a phase to manage. It sees it as a role to embrace. You're not just living out your years. You're shaping the next generation with your stories, your presence, your quiet strength. So if you've ever felt like you still have more to give, and let's be honest, you do, this kind of living gives you a space to give it. Not out of obligation, but out of joy. Because sometimes the best medicine isn't found in a bottle. It's found in a garden, a shared meal, or a knock on the door from someone who sees you as family. What we've uncovered today is simple, but powerful. Growing older doesn't mean giving up your voice, your space, or your freedom. The truth is, there's no single right path for aging, but there are better options. Options that protect your dignity, nourish your spirit, and keep you connected to the life you've built. Whether it's surrounding yourself with people you love in a multi-generational home, using smart technology to stay safe in your own space, becoming part of a vibrant intergenerational neighborhood, or finding a flexible senior community that fits your lifestyle, these choices exist. And they're growing, because seniors today aren't settling for isolation. They're choosing intention. So take a breath. Think about which of these ideas made your heart feel lighter or sparked a little hope. That's your signal. Aging well isn't about where you live. It's about how you live. And you deserve to live with purpose, comfort, and respect on your own terms. Thank you for spending this time with us. If something here resonated, drop a comment below and tell us which option inspired you the most, or share a story from your own journey. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more practical, empowering videos. You matter, and your future is still yours to shape.